Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Avengers issues 338 and 339, part of the Collector's Obsession story arc. Sorry, my voice is a little bit hoarse today. The thing is, this story is written by Bob Harras, and the second issue, the conclusion to this arc, is actually the first Avengers issue that I ever got as a kid. So it has like a special place in my heart, even though back then when I got it, I had no idea what the hell was going on. So the story actually started off, we had these aliens arrive and invade Earth. They're called the Brethren. They are pretty much unstoppable, and they had escaped the Collector's Collection. Also, at the beginning of the story, we discover that the leader of the Brethren, his name is Thane Ector. He kidnapped Cersei, and there seems to be like a weird connection with her. And Cersei, like, she's totally entranced with the guy. And we're gonna discover, like, further down the line in the story, that there's a connection between the Eternals and with the Brethren. So we get this final battle between the Brethren and the Avengers. And what we discover that this whole situation is a setup by the Collector. He had used the Brethren to start this first phase of taking over Earth because the Collector wants the Earth for himself. It's super interesting to see the fact that we get to see the Collector's true form, and he goes like full-on cosmic level. He's super OP. And we get this villain monologue where he explains what the hell the Brethren were, because again, we had this whole mystery of what is their nature. And the Collector explains that the Brethren are a creation of the Celestials. So they had created the Eternals, the Deviants, but they also had experimented and created the Brethren, which oddly they are a collection of viruses. They're a composite being. Like earlier in the story, we had the Brethren go into the sewers, and they were super happy with eating shit, basically, and they loved viruses and bacteria. Well, that's the reason why, because they are like replenishing themselves. Basically, when the Celestials wanted to restart a planet, but they didn't want to do the dirty work, they would send in the Brethren to clean up the place, infect and kill the whole population. And the Brethren, like, they had no idea about this. And things like feel really tragic, like Thane Ector, Sybil, and that little imp guy. They had the idea that they had a glorious purpose for the universe, not that they were basically sacks of bacteria and viruses. So what happens is the Collector starts converting the Brethren army into their real form, so they look like flying poop. It's freaking hilarious. So we have the Avengers battling these flying turrets, also having to deal with the Collector. We have Thane just devastated, not knowing what to do. And Cersei tells Thane, look, due to your nature, you must be like the Eternals. And they actually tried to create a Unimind with the Brethren, which actually works. So we have like this giant flying brain. Like back when I was a kid and I had this issue, I was like, what the hell? So the Brethren are able to stop the Collector, but they seem to cease to exist. And at the end of the story, we have Cersei. She's also devastated with everything which had gone down. She seemingly had fallen in love with Thane. That feels just really weird because Thane was pretty much terrible to, obviously, the world and to her. But we're going to leave things here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.